All right, we are live. Welcome, DoorGrow hackers, to the DoorGrow Show. If you are a property management entrepreneur that wants to add doors, make a difference, increase revenue, help others, impact lives, and you are interested in growing your business and life, and you are open to doing things a bit differently, then you are a DoorGrow hacker. DoorGrow hackers love the opportunities, daily variety, unique challenges, and freedom that property management brings. Many in real estate think you're crazy for doing it. You think they're crazy for not, because you realize that property management is the ultimate high trust gateway to real estate deals, relationships, and residual income. At DoorGrow, we are on a mission to transform property management businesses and their owners. We want to transform the industry, eliminate the BS, build awareness, change perception, expand the market, and help the best property management entrepreneurs win. I'm your host, property management growth expert Jason Hull, the founder and CEO of DoorGrow. Now, let's get into the show. And my guest today, I am hanging out with, did I unmute you? Rick Bennett.
Yes, sir.
Rick, welcome.
Welcome. How are you
Rick,
today?
I'm doing fantastic. So I'm really excited to have you here. So, we haven't had a lot of guests talking about the short-term rental space, the vacation rental space. A lot of property managers are getting into this. It's becoming really hot. We've got shows on Netflix about it now. Everybody is abuzz with this sort of market. Lots of investors want to get into this space. Property managers, even in the long-term space, if they are in coastal areas or have like really popular destinations, they have vacation rentals they are also managing and dealing with. And you've been an expert in that sort of industry for a while. So why don't you give us a little bit of background on you and how you kind of got it started with this, and then we can hear more about booking with ease and trip angle and all these cool things that you've got going on.
Well, the reason we started this whole business plan is because my mom passed away when I was younger. And one of the last things she told me was that she wishes she could have traveled more often, but it was so expensive. And the reason she mentioned that, she had a really good job and they flew her everywhere. But to include me, her son, which she wanted to bring to several places, she took me to Philadelphia, Boston, you name it. But it would cost her the full price to bring me. Her company paid for her. And it was, I remember pretty much every time she would tell me, man, I would love to take you to Charleston. I just can't, and she was very apologetic. And that's one of the last things she tells me is that she wishes she could have traveled more often. So our thought process was, how do we lower the cost of vacations? What we came up with is eliminating the overhead to the owners completely and lowering the cost of their travelers significantly. And we came up with TripAngle. And TripAngle actually merged with a company called Keys to the House that's been around for over 25 years. And we've been in the industry forever. We built from the ground up. We have our own MailChimp. We built tools for the owners to be able to rent their properties easier, more efficiently, and once again, lower their overhead big time. When you rent through some of the big boys online with the vacation rental listing sites, it can be quite costly. And the reason being is they keep outbidding each other to buy the top spots. So what we do is we grow organically. We spread by word of mouth because everybody loves to tell everybody the money that they're saving. We work in conjunction with everybody else, and it's a way to just gain more exposure for their short-term rentals. Some of our customers use our features, some don't. We offer free accounting, scheduling for cleanings. We even have where instead of putting our business on all the receipts, you can upload your logos, and all emails sent to your customers have your logo on it. It looks more professional. It's to grow your rental business because we just grow by word of mouth, and we just love saving all of our owners and customers money.
So people can white label this, people can use your tools and services, and they're going to save a lot of money versus using these systems that kind of have a monopoly, it seems like, to some degree. You've got VRBO, you've got the HomeAway things, you've got Airbnb, of course. So how do you kind of stand out in this market of all these big guns? And why would property managers be inclined to leverage and use your system instead of these big networks?
They can use them in conjunction with it. It works well. It
Okay.
keeps the calendars in tune. We're the only site that can guarantee no double bookings because the way we built our system, it's just much easier to use. And what happens is people will sign up with us and they'll use other people mainly, and they'll use us a small percentage, but they'll use us. But once they start seeing how much money their customers have saved, how easy it does everything for them, they start transferring everything over to us. We just had a lady sign up with us that VRBO upped her booking fee to $470. Using our system, on average, her booking fees are about $100. And what's neat about that is she makes 20 extra bucks, meaning she added, you can add, it's 100% customizable per property. She added a dollar amount. Some people add a percentage amount,
So you
but
can
she
add your
said
own markup.
to the processing fee, right?
Mhm.
So her customers went from VRBO paying 470, now they're paying 100, 120, and she makes 20 bucks every booking. On top of that, in addition to saving her customers 300 bucks a pop. Not to mention VRBO also charges her to rent it out. They charge a percentage and things of that nature. Most of our owners collect their own income, their own credit cards. If they collect, our services are 100% free.
Okay. And so, and for those listening that are property managers, they can do this and act as the owner for and on behalf of their owner clients and do the same things.
Absolutely. Property managers, condo complexes. We've helped a lot of people basically get out of the restraints of property management. I spoke to a town in Texas just recently, and the woman told me they just signed up with us, but the woman told me that they only have the same three property management companies, and they've gone through that list about 5 times because
Mm.
they'll pop somebody, get tired of it, fire them, go to the next guy, but that's all they have access to. Now with our system, it does everything for them. It's fully automated. Once you set up your parameters, it's 100% customizable, meaning some of our owners collect a dollar amount at the time of reservation. You could set it up per listing. Others collect a percentage of the rental. Some of them charge the remaining balance, which it does automatically through our system once you set that parameter, 2 days prior to a guest's arrival. Other have it 60 days prior to the guest's arrival. Just whatever it is, it'll run it automatically. So somebody lists with us, they say put $20 down. They'll make 20 extra bucks every reservation. Their customers are saving quite a bit of money. Another thing that they save money on is through like VRBO, Airbnb. They charge $62, $65 for $1,500 worth of damage protection on their property. We sell $39 for $3,000 worth of coverage. So we
Mm.
make sure that all of our owners are covered. We built this to grow the owners' companies. Um, it's they can add as many fields as they wish. So the way it works, let's say they put it in there and say run the remaining amount 10 days prior to the arrival. So and let's say they put 50% down at time of reservation. So when somebody books that, that amount will charge for 50% down. It will shoot to them a receipt with their logo on the top and check-in instructions with their logo on the top. Nothing to do with us. Um, t- uh, 10 days prior to the arrival, if that's the parameter they set, it'll run it in full. It'll schedule it to be clean. It'll alert the cleaners. The cleaners even have it color coded, knowing if there's an out and in that day. They can make notes. All those notes are sent back to the owners once they're cleaned. And it will, whenever it runs it in full, it'll send them all that info. And 2 days prior to their arrival, it will send them again that receipt showing paid and check-in instructions. Because some people make a booking a year ahead of time, then a couple of days before, they'll get reminded this is how you check in. And our customers can do anything they need. Sometimes somebody will say, hey, can you send me that receipt again? All they have to do is log into our website and send it back to them. Another great feature is if they collect their own credit cards, more than likely they have they use a company called authorized.net. All
Mhm.
authorized.net is an online credit card machine. That's it. And by using us, um, whenever people go to log in to authorize.net, they make you change your login all the time. It can be somewhat frustrating. through our system, they never have to log into authorize.net. They can refund, they can charge extra, they can do everything through our system. We're integrated with Remote Lock, we're integrated with authorize.net. We just helped integrate Booking Pal, Vacasa. So yeah, we got some big tentacles out there, and we're just growing everybody's company. That's all we
Yeah.
care about, is growing the owner's rentals.
Awesome. So I think for those listening, a lot of property managers hear this and go, wow, that sounds really great. Maybe it'll replace me. But so maybe you could touch on that. Is this something that the property managers listening to this could use for and on behalf of their owners to be really effective and have better tools and better pricing and maybe be a better profit center for them?
We have a ton of property managers that use us, and what it's done is it's helped them eliminate more than half of their staff. It really helps do that. Now, we do hate that, a lot of people are getting let go, but I mean, it helps make the owners more money, and that's what it's all about.
The business owners, I don't think, would be sad to hear that they don't need as much staff. Staffing's always the most expensive resource in a business generally. So yeah, so I think every business owner would be happy to hear that they can operate with less staff. And that doesn't mean they're just going to go fire everybody, but maybe it means they now can afford to spend more on acquiring more properties to manage, doing more marketing, spending,
Right.
and shifting their team members' efforts towards building the business up instead of just trying to deal with what's coming in.
We just talked to an owner in Texas that signed up with us not that long ago. This was about a year ago, and I remember her specifically saying, and it kind of blew me away, how her property management company at the time used um, uh, software, meaning that if anybody made a change to a reservation or anything, she would have to go to the office to make everything. From our
Mm,
system, you can change it from your cell phone, tablet, computer, you can change it from anywhere. And
mm,
we've taken as much out of the owner's hands as possible, meaning um, that let's say they have it where it charges 10 days prior to their arrival. It'll schedule it to be clean, it'll do all that stuff. Let's say somebody calls and says, hey, I want to change my dates or change my condo or home. You can change it in our system with just one click of a mouse. It'll change the cleaning for them. It'll change the calendars on both their properties. It does absolutely everything for them, and it's really a simple tool to use. Another great feature is we have search by availability for owners' websites where it will only go through their rentals. We offer rate tables, calendars. We have custom built widgets for owners' websites to more efficiently run their rentals. Tape
So,
charts.
so Rick, let me clarify something. So for those listening, most of my property management clients and property management business owners, they refer to their clients as owners. So I just want to make sure for those listening, it sounds like what you're saying, when you're saying owners, you're talking about the business owners, really. And it could be the property manager. It could be a
Right.
direct owner of the property, but you're talking about the business owners. So these business owners there's tools available for them to integrate your system with their website for bookings, to manage their business, to send out white label emails with their own branding on it, all this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
MailChimp, yeah, they can send specials to everybody they've been with. But as far as like the clients go, um, property management companies love using us. They've been able to grow their businesses. Like I said, cut their costs. It's a very simple tool to just plug and play. And
Very cool.
and we've helped a lot of property management companies really get over the hill, so to speak.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I took a look at, you showed me around a bit and had me take a look at stuff. And my feedback was, initially, it's not like the sexiest, prettiest sort of thing, but it sounds like it does everything. And it has lots of bells and whistles. You guys have put a lot more attention on the back end, on integrations, on features, and really it's very client centric. It sounds like your business really taking care of your customers and making sure you're building the best product that can do a lot of cool stuff. So so my feedback to those is, that are listening to this is give it a check out and take a look at it, and don't judge the book by its cover. Like, really get into the features and the benefits. It could be really beneficial for your business. So Rick, what are some of the biggest questions that a property manager has never used your system, you're selling to them? What are some of the biggest questions that they're concerned about or they want to know?
Well, we prefer property management companies as opposed to individual owners. I mean, we service everybody. We have
Yeah.
tons of different clients, but if an individual owner comes at us, they have one property, two properties,
Right.
and we answer those questions. And once they've asked those questions, they know how to use the system, so we don't ever have to hear from them again. But we prefer a property management company with 500 properties, asking
Sure.
those one or two questions and then learning the whole system. And they're off and running, and they're running 500 properties as opposed to one or two. It's just it's fully accountable. uh, it's 100% customizable per property. If you put 10 properties on our website and you wanted all 10 properties for money to go to a different account for each rental, we have that option available to you. You can set it up per rental. We have it to where some you charge tax, some you don't. We even have features like in Florida, if they stay 180 days or longer, it's considered a homestead. So if you book a rental for 4 months, you have to pay taxes on those 4 months. And those taxes are
Mm.
usually about 17, 18, 19%. In Texas, it's 30 days. So if they stay 30 days or longer, it's a homestead, so there are no taxes. So whenever they set it up with us, they could say, I want to set up city tax at 7%, hotel tax at 6, convention center at 2, and only charge if they stay uh, 29 days or less. If they stay 30 days or more, don't charge taxes. So it automatically does the calculator for them. It does it all right there. They book it, they get sent their receipt, and it really helps our owners out because they see where the taxes need to go. It's all itemized right there. They can edit their spreadsheets on our system. Some pay for extra cable. Some like to add in their homeowners dues. I mean, it's just got every feature you could think about. Another great tool for our property management companies, and I'd say 70% use the tool this way, whereas 30% use it this way. Some of them, the 30%, they make it to where their owners can change things. Meaning, I have an owner in Virginia that has a property in Florida, and they may want to change some pictures on their listing, or they may want to change the cost of the property. They can log in themselves through TripAngle, edit that one property, and it will change it on the property management company. Um,
Mm.
that's about 30% of our property managers. 70% don't like them being able to touch anything, and that's understandable.
Right.
They control everything through there. But once again, we made our entire system 100% customizable for whatever their requests are.
So usually with software that has so many options and features and levers and buttons, like it gets a little bit confusing. What's the how steep is the learning curve, and what's the
Nothing.
support process like,
Oh, the
as people
support
are getting onboarded?
The sport is we will hold your hand and walk you through everything, but it's so people know how to list their properties. They've done it on VRBO, they've done it on Airbnb, so they know how to do all these things. We get very few questions. We should probably get more questions, but people seem to figure it out pretty easily. But people will cancel their reservation. They will change. Our system would be 100% automated if it wasn't for this. But since people do change and they'll call, we'll show them how to click a mouse or two or button or two on our website. They've got it. You've got a section for all active listings. We even have a feature if you want to set it up to approve the booking. Some people have their property listed on so many different websites, they don't even really know how much they have it listed on. So they don't like to take the instant booking, which I understand because it could
Yeah.
have already been booked and you just didn't think to put it on there. Our calendars will stay booked. If you have it synced with Airbnb, VRBO, it will stay in tune. But a lot of people don't like to use calendars on any of them, and they like to approve a booking. So a booking will come in. They have 24 hours to approve it. And I'd say 90% of the bookings that come in are approved by our owners. So, once again, they can just make it as customizable as they want, but it's really easy to use. It's really simple. And it's all about keeping it simple, stupid. We learned that a long time ago. And man, did we not make it easy getting to that point. But it all through through professionalism, through luck, through we have some partners that are those guys can do anything. So our team has just really been on top of the ball and just putting everything together. If there's ever any questions or any problems, we fix it within hours. And we
Cool.
don't have
So
any.
yeah, I mean, this sounds really great. So how can people get started with this? How can they find out more? What would be kind of the next step for those that are curious of taking this for a test drive or maybe taking a look at it?
Well, what they can do is they can go to either one of our websites. Bookingwithease.com shows you, you can look at about our features. It just kind of answers some of your questions, the general information of your company. It gives you links to be able to click where it'll divert you over to TripAngle and you can sign up. It's free to sign up. Once you sign up, we recommend putting the rep ID number. And you had a rep ID number for us because I wanted to have a rep ID number in there so to make sure that the people from DoorGrow get taken care of. What was that rep ID number again?
All right. So Rick had me set up an affiliate code or a rep ID number. So my representative number is 2167. So I guess if they go in, once they're going through the registration on tripangle.com, towards the bottom, there'll be a representative number.
ID.
And if you put in 2167, Rick's going to do something special for you, some sort of discount or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we take care of all of our customers. We'd be happy to reach out to them once they put in that representative ID number. But that's how we've grown our business, is word of mouth. Most people like to tell others of the great deal that they found. And once they realize what they make on it, they love it. But we pay 10% of what we earn. And we're doing a strength by numbers. The reason our numbers are so low compared to everybody else is because they're trying to compete with each other. We're doing it organically through each other's websites and spreading by word of mouth. And
Right.
so, as they do that, as people sign up with us, let's say somebody enters in the 2167 under you, what that'll do is on your dashboard, you'll be able to see who's signing up, what bookings are coming through, and all that good stuff. Well, when you have a customer sign up through DoorGrow, they go in there, they sign up, they can agree to our affiliate program, just like you did. They'll be assigned a number. They can tell their neighbor to go sign up. They'll get 10% of every bit of our earnings per property.
Cool. Yeah, very cool. So, all right. So they can go to booking with ease, like ease.com, which also links to tripangle.com is where they would register. And they can also just go to tripangle.com to check that out. Cool. So Rick, before we wrap this up, is there anything else you feel like property manager should know regarding TripAngle?
We just signed about three. It's going to be 30,000. They're in the process of uploading all of them, but we just signed about 3,000 properties in Colorado where I know for a fact that they're offering. It's through an affiliate, either BreckenridgeLodging.com or mountainskitrips.com. If you go to those websites, it'll have our link to be able to book their rentals. You can pick out their rentals, but they're offering 15% off right now for the first month, and they just signed up with us. So any properties you find in Colorado on our website should be through those companies, Breckenridge Lodging or Mountain Ski Trips, and they're offering 15% off right now on top of their already lower rate.
Nice.
Just to give you a quick example, I spoke with a lady the other day from Airbnb. She was a traveling nurse, and she asked if she could book one of our rentals, and she said she could only afford 1,400. Well, if she would have booked directly through TripAngle, it was 1,275. So she would have booked for less, but through Airbnb, you can't really discuss information until after the reservation's made. So I went in there and I adjusted it to where she should have been at the $1,400 range. And I told her, I said, we did the 1,400. I don't know what they charge. And she looked at it and she said, I'll never use them again. They were charged. She wanted to book it for 4 months. They were charging her $2,350 a month, meaning they were making $950 a month to use our system. When I'm the owner and I'm only making 1,400, that doesn't seem like it's the right thing there. If they would have charged, say, $950 up front, maybe a one-time fee, even that's too high if you ask me. And that's the point. I mean, so the cost of vacations has definitely skyrocketed since Airbnb has been introduced. And we're here to get owners more exposure. I mean, they use us in conjunction with Airbnb. That the one woman I just told you about from VRBO for the 470, she stopped using them quite some time ago. Every owner has their Airbnb can be fun. Let me tell you that. That can be exhausting at times. And I feel that Airbnb has taken a lot of control out of the owner's hands, a lot of it. Our system
Yeah.
gives owners 100% control over their listings. If they wanted to go in and do anything through our system, they can do it. So I just, I had a woman through Airbnb book for September 20th because I had somebody checking out September 20th for October 18th. She just let me know just now that she actually has to be here on the 18th. Thought she booked it on the 18th. So I went to the Airbnb to switch it out. It wouldn't let me change anything. Like it was the most difficult process to get her. What I finally did was she agreed to pay me cash when she shows up. There shouldn't be anything like that on Airbnb. With our system, you can
Right.
adjust the rate, you can adjust everything. You can offer percentages for discounts. One thing that a customer of ours just brought to our attention that they absolutely loved is they have over 2,000 rentals, and they they use on another website, but they have to go through on all 2,000 rentals to add a discount for that rental and a discount for that
Mm.
rental. We offer where you can do that. We also offer where you can do a master discount. So it goes immediately on all 2,000 of their rentals. That's so much easier.
Yeah, Rick, I'm sure you could probably tell us features, and you just spout these off the top of your head, but you could probably go on for an hour just telling us all the
Easy.
features and benefits of this. And it sounds really awesome. So again, I recommend everybody check it out. Go to tripangle.com or bookingwithease.com and take a look at that. Rick, I appreciate you coming on and sharing this with us. I think it's cool. I'm excited to expose my audience to this. They're always looking for some cool hack or something that might keep more money in their pocket. And yeah, and I hope you continued success against these companies. So
Well, one quick thing I do want to say, and this is all thanks to you. I do love how you're a straight shooter. That's love it. And you
I'm a
told
little
us that
blunt.
our right, and you told us that our logo on Trip Angle was awful. And
I did.
I don't know if you know this, but I worked with your team, and they developed it. My business partners and I were cramming, collaborating all over the place. And what logo that we came up with doesn't even hold a candle to what y'all came up with. And I even gave your team specific instructions, envisioning it in a certain way. And what they did was 100 times better. I'm so glad they really didn't listen to me because I was wrong. And if you go to Trip Angle right now, you could see that new logo. There's one at the top and at the bottom. That's that
Oh,
new logo that
oh yeah, I like it. Yeah,
that
that's
came
much
from you
better.
guys.
Yeah, my team does good work, so that's really
They do
cool.
great
Yeah.
work. Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you being open to feedback. I'm a little rough, but hey, if I see a business owner that has something cool, but there's something sort of on the surface that would be super easy to fix that would make business easier, I'm going to call it out. So that's what I do. So yeah, and kudos on taking some advice from me. I know that's sometimes it's not comfortable to be told your kid's ugly, so to speak. And
Hey,
needs
I mean,
plastic
that's
surgery. So
right. That's why they have braces.
yeah. Awesome. Well, hey, cool. I appreciate the little plug for my branding team. So, well, Rick, I'll let you go. Appreciate you coming on the show, and excited to see what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I look forward to growing with you guys.
Awesome. Cool. So, if you have a crappy logo or you're not really proud of your brand or how things look, or you are being perceived falsely as mainly a real estate company, but you do property management, or there's something off with your branding, let us teach you how to clean that up. Let us help you clean that up. We've rebranded hundreds of companies. We are the world's leading property management branding and web design agency in existence. Nobody else has rebranded more companies in the property management space than us. Nobody else has designed more property management logos than we have. We have done hundreds and hundreds. So reach out to us. We'd love to help you out. We're always excited to help clean up businesses, and the level of growth they see before and after we rebrand and clean up their website and get their pricing and everything in alignment. They are always far more profitable and business comes far more easily. You don't realize what leaks you have until they're no longer there sometimes. So reach out, check us out at doorgrow.com. And as always, if you want to join our community that's free online, go to doorgrowclub.com and join our Facebook community. And we'd love to have you there. And if you're interested in growing your business, reach out. We have an awesome mastermind program. We've got over 70 businesses in it. And they are having phenomenal results. We're really enjoying coaching and mentoring these clients and helping them move their business forward. We have 3 paths we focus on. We focus on growth and adding doors. We focus on scaling it and figuring out operations, processes, hiring, systems, all that. And then we also have our seed program, which is all about the ultimate foundation, branding, website, everything on the front end sales pipeline of the business. And once you have all 3 of these things dialed in, you'll have a very profitable company. You'll be outpacing your competition and you will look like the best in your market and you'll probably be the best. So anyway, that's it. Until next time, to our mutual growth. Bye, everyone.